based on the size of this house and the current open plan. The refrigerator needs to be relocated to here. The range needs to be shifted down about 2 feet. The sink and the dishwasher need to be located in the aisle. So now we create a nice backdrop of kitchen, refrigerator range, dishwasher, sink, pendant lights, nice generous size island, bar stools. Now this is the kitchen that people are used to seeing in a house like this. The windows get to stay, and now because the refrigerator has been relocated, we have a nice eating area. I would also take this door and reverse the swing on it and make it a full glass door. So that by the time you remove all of the papers up there, you got a lot of light flooding this place. So now you have a nice open plan that flows the way it should flow to give you that money that you're asking for in terms of the sale. Easy.
Right. So reverse the swing so it opens out towards the deck.
No, it needs to come this way.
Got it. Okay.
Right, because this is blank right here, and then your range is right here. So it's improper for it to swing this way. It should swing against the countertop. So when you come through the door, when you come in, it's open.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Is there any way for it to swing out, or you don't think that's better?
No, you don't want to swing out.
Got it.
That's yeah, you don't have to swing out.
Got it. Okay. All right. And then you mentioned also, bricking up this window here and expanding the cabinets up top, right?
Right. So we don't need this window. We just need to close this window up, and this will allow our cabinets, because when we move our microwave, say the range is right here, then we have another 18 to 24 inches of cabinet wall that we can occupy with cabinets.
Right.
So
Now,
I will close that window.
in light of the faucet at the height that it is, what size cabinet would you put in there? Because you got two different levels here, one for the microwave level and one for the regular height.
This is going to be gone. The sink is going to be over here.
Okay, you're right.
So you take the cabinet straight across.
You're right. Okay, all right.
And again, because the gas line is right here, so we talking about moving 2 feet. That's easy. That's not, we're not trying to run a gas line over there. The plumbing for the sink is all right here, right in the same, within that 10 feet area. So just a matter of running between the joists coming over to the aisle.
Right.
That's it. That might be a 6 or 7 foot run for the water line. That's it.
Okay. So door pretty much stays the same. You just do a full light door.
Full light.
And then we don't need any engineering approval at that point. I mean, give me your opinion on this.
So this is a steel beam, right? So I don't know the termination point of that steel beam. I don't know if that steel beam goes all the way into the masonry wall or it stopped here. It looks like it's continuous. You know what? Let me look up here. I can find out. If it's continuous, then it's fine. So I can't tell. Let me ask you a question. So when this house was renovated, this was a brick. There was a brick pier that came up right here, right?
Correct.
And what was on was Jesus. Okay, so I see that the second floor steps in. So it looks like, okay, so this steel beam is supporting the masonry wall of the second floor above. And
Okay.
because that masonry wall goes all the way across, these two steel beams should be going from one end to the other.
Okay.
Based on the way the second floor looks.
Okay.
Yeah, so why this was here, I don't know. Sometimes they put it there for deflection, but it's certainly, there's no other support here.
Right.
This is all that's open.
Right.
So if it's spanning from this side to this side, then this probably didn't have significant structural implications.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a good point because, we weren't even looking at that, to be honest with you, brother. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
That makes a lot of sense, man.
And it doesn't look like it's stopping. Because if this was the end of the column, usually you would see it clipped off. It would stop right here.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it appears to be very continuous.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
So and again, obviously, you know, we haven't hired you to give professional advice, but in general terms, we shouldn't have much to worry about with removing it.
Based on my experience and my observation, from what I can see and the architecture of this house, I don't see this as being a structural element.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's take a look at the basement real quick, and because of the fact that the drywall is covered up now, there's not really much to see. But I can just tell you in general where the columns were. The first one was roughly about here. Okay. And then you had two more. One maybe right about here. And then your third right before you hit the bathroom here. About here.
Okay. So my question is, when he removed these columns, because the columns are supporting a beam.
Correct.
When he removed the columns, what happened to the beam? Did he do something? Did he switch the beam? He make the beam bigger?
He switched it and put in a steel LVL beam.
Okay. From that span all the way to where you are, that's a long way for a steel beam.
Okay.
This part, I would have to investigate, because this is not, normally when you go that far, the beam get very deep. Because the further you go without a column, the deeper it has to get, so it doesn't deflect. So that's quite a bit of a span to not have a column.
Okay.
So I would definitely have to see what size that beam is. Because what happens is if it's not adequate over a period of time, then it's going to start to deflect. And then the floor is going to come out of level. So.
Okay. So, but to get in there, it's just a matter of like cutting
just
a good section out.
So it needs to be cut in 3 places. It needs to be cut where it makes the connection to that whatever column or vertical support there. A center cut and another cut where it hits that other support.
Okay. Which should be relatively easy to do and patch it right back up. Okay.
That's easy.
All right. Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and do that. There's a whole lot of other things I could point out, man. we ain't gonna go there right now. Okay. All right. Okay. But I think the main concern up here you've addressed, and definitely appreciate that, man. So, yeah.
I my measure tape for a second. I need to check something.
Okay. All right. Take your time.